How you doing today? A&R Accounting, or Donald. My name's Charles, and I'm from 7883 SEO and Marketing here in Colorado Springs. I'm co-owner with my wife. Basically, what we do is web design, web development, SEO, digital marketing on Facebook and Google Ads, and basically covers it, branding, things like that. So what I'm trying to do and what I've been doing lately is looking for SEO clients. I look for underbuilt websites. So in your guys' case, I basically typed in the keyword accountants Colorado Springs. You guys were one of the ones that came up, and I took a look at your website that you can see on this recording. And I can see that you guys are a good candidate for it. If you're interested, and I'll explain why. So one of the major ranking factors that Google does is they like to see word content, and they like to see photos. Within those words are keywords, is all your bolding, all your linking, all your interlinking, keywords specific to your industry, things of that nature. Photos need to be optimized, all texted, depixelated, things of that nature. It makes it all easier to load, if you are on a computer or a tablet or a cell phone. And the reason this is all important is Google actually crawls each page of a website when a website is published, and they rank you accordingly. And if there's a lot of difficulty or slowdown in the site, then Google will hit you for it. And so right here, we're not seeing a whole lot in the way of content. There's just not a lot here. On the home page of websites, Google likes to see 12 to 1,500 words. Optimally, that works really well, 1,500. Subsequent pages can usually get away with 500 to 750 words of content. But like I was saying earlier, within that, it's all keywording, it's all optimization, things of that nature. So what I wanted to actually do today, I want to show you the metrics behind your website, and this is the stuff that pretty much nobody gets to see. Because I could sit here and say all day long your website's not doing good, but until I show you the numbers, you're not going to believe me, right? So I pulled up, like I said, accounting Colorado Springs, buyer intent keyword, I'm looking for somebody. So your number one competitor is Sakura. So things we look at when we're looking at a candidate, for good sites, is authority score. There's 14. That's a pretty decent score. They've been around a while. They're established. Google trusts them. They've got more content, more optimizations, more things for the crawlers to look at. A lot of relevant information. So something else we look at is we look at backlinks, because without backlinking, period, you might as well say that your website is a billboard in the middle of the Sahara Desert, because nobody's going to see it. The reason backlinks and referring domains are important is because without them, they drive no organic traffic. And so this is your competitor, and you're seeing their organic traffic right here. This is for the last month. And so the other thing that's kind of attached to your referring domains, but also the word content on a page, is how many organic keywords do they have? And we'll click in here and we'll take a look. I know they got 165 keywords, but we could see the kind of volume they're getting. So CPA Colorado Springs, they're getting 480 a month. Tax accountant Colorado Springs, 140. Accountants Colorado Springs, 210. Colorado Springs CPA, 70. And this goes on and on and on and on and on. And so what this means is people are clicking on, they're looking, and they have the intention of using services, of buying, however you want to put it. This right here is actually the click-through rate. This is telling you how many people are actually contacting this particular company. That's a lot of projects. That's a lot of potential clients that they're getting. And so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take you to your page. And so now we're looking at your page, and your authority score is 4 points less than Sakura. It means you've been around for a little bit, but you don't have a lot going on with the site. The other thing we look at, back to it again, once again, is backlinks and a referring domain. You guys just don't have as many. But then within backlinks, I also like to explain, not all backlinks are created equal, because I could pump a site full of 2,000 backlinks But if they're not relevant, if they don't go anywhere, if they don't have to do with your industry, they're not going to drive traffic. And so whatever backlinks you guys have is not driving very much traffic. There's not a whole lot of relevance. Not a whole lot of people are seeing it. And that's reflected right here because we can actually see your organic search traffic is really low, 35 for the month. And then we look at your organic keywords. So your competitor had 165 keywords and you guys have 31. So, I mean, we can even go in here. We could take a look at the type of keywords you have because this is also super important. And so I'm looking at your keywords other than up until here, accounting services, Colorado Springs. It's a 40. Tax prep, Colorado Springs, 260. But if you look at these are your greatest value and highest search volume keywords that aren't even relevant to you. Yes, they are your business name, but the problem with that is if nobody knows your name but they're searching for your service, they're not going to know to put that keyword in. So you're only getting this volume. That's the problem. And so keywords need to be worded more specifically to the entire industry of what you're in, exactly what services you offer, and etc. So, I mean, these are your biggest, and they're not serving you very well, except for maybe the people that already know you. But if you're trying to land new clients and expand or scale your business and so on and so forth, they're not going to know to put this in to find you. When I searched accounting Colorado Springs, you came up bottom of the first page of Google Maps. So you've got that to count on. But that in itself, I looked inside your GBP profile, and that could use some minor work. And those things are easy to spruce up. They take a lot less work to do than, messing with a website. But even with the website, you want the website to complement your profile on Google Maps, because then not all your eggs are in one basket. And it's something that that I'm always telling my clients, because too many of my clients try to rely on one. And as quick as you can get your Google My Business profile, your Google Map Pack stuff up, it can drop just as quickly, because it doesn't take more than about 15 minutes to build a profile. And if somebody overloads that profile, they're going to kick you out of your spot. Guess what happens? Now you have no more traffic. Okay. So because you don't have organic traffic to rely on in case your Google Maps goes down or goes less, or you go to the back page, you have not a whole lot to rely on. So that goes back to that whole thing in the desert again, that billboard in the desert. Something else we look at, which is also relevant again to backlinks, is citations. And so if we look at your competitor, they've got 27 citations, 42 opportunities. You guys at A&R Accounting, you guys have 28 with 40. So you guys are pretty much neck and neck there, which tells me you're going to be doing okay in that area. But where you're lacking elsewhere in the backlinking is that whatever backlinks you have are not relevant. And I can actually go in, I can click into every one, and I can see what their value is. It actually shows me all of that. But that's also what we call an off-page SEO thing. So that's something that takes place in website management and whatnot. So if this is information that's helpful, and I hope it is, I hope it was worth your 10 minutes to watch this, to give you, a diagnostic of where your company truly stands in Google's eyes, which is important for the longevity of your company. Like I said, I own multiple businesses here in Colorado, and I use all this same stuff on my own companies, and all my companies are ranked. And the reason that it's important is because you start a business, you don't intend on just being here 6 or 12 months. You're getting into business, be in business for a long time, and hopefully your whole career. And you got to build longevity. But without organic search traffic, you're taking one of those avenues away. And so hopefully that helps. And if you're interested in hearing more, I'd love to sit down with you for 10 or 15 minutes, whether that's by Zoom or on a phone or in person or whatever, and just kind of dive deep and see what you guys are as a company, and what your aspirations and goals are, and see if we can't curate a package for you to help you guys out. All right. Thank you for your time, and you have a great day.